Epstein, and here we are with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, the 15th of May, 2024, just after 8 a.m. Central Time. Before we go to the markets, let's go right to the morning data because that's what everything's about. The mortgage market recap, you can see that you were sitting here in the week, you went up 0.5% in the index, but you fell pretty hard in the purchases. They were down 1.7. It's the refi that got the index going up at 4.7. And there'll be some happy people because you're down to about 4.35 right now in the 10-year note off the CPI and the U.S. retail sales, and that will lower some of the mortgage numbers. Maybe the refi can come down for you. The New York Empire State Manufacturing, these are terrible. The headline is 15.6. They expected a negative 10. You're even worse than the prior month. So things aren't getting better. They're just sort of sitting here, and out east, the manufacturing just isn't very good. Advanced retail sales, softer than the market thought, which is in the face of the Redbook Johnson Group because they keep going up. They were 6.3% yesterday, and this is showing down 0.5. When you look at the market, though, advanced retail sales, ex autos, it's flat. So it was autos that got the little bit of a bump, obviously, as you can see that in there, or didn't get the bump is maybe the way to say it. And we'll see what that all can mean for the marketplace. Then we get to the big number of the day. So the April CPI came in up 0.3. They expected up 0.4 in the prior. So down 0.1, we can call that a softer number. The April core ex food and energy CPI month over month, up 0.3, that's right in line. Energy prices were right in line as well. They're going to fall next month as energy's been falling here for the month of May. Food prices were down 0.1. I don't see it when I shop, but that's interesting. April CPI year over year is up 3.4%, right in line with what was expected, and down 0.1 from where we're at. And the core ex food and energy was up 3.6%. It's what they expected, and that was down 0.2. Do you think this is enough to move the Fed off? Now remember, yesterday we saw in Belgium Fed Chair Powell speaking at a conference, and he did say again, higher for longer. He had these numbers. The Fed gets them a little bit ahead of time. So for those of you that think that this is the number that's going to get the market to move and that we're going to see September, I say no. This is not enough to get a September rate cut. Forget July. But this is not enough. Could you get a December? Sure. Could you get next year? Sure. But what we want to see is momentum, not a tenth at a time. That is the point you have to understand. The market's not looking at it that way, and you'll see that in a minute. National Association of Home Builders released their housing index at 9. It's expected to come in at 50 compared to the prior month's 51, a little bit softer. And we get petroleum stock numbers coming out at 9:30 a.m. So when we look at the numbers and we see what this is, what did it do for the market? Well, you did kick the stock market up rather sharply. You might get in the cash markets that they jump on the opening rather sharply, but if you're saying to me, at least, I'm not in this camp, that this is enough to put September on the map and we're going to see a rate cut then, I don't agree, not at all. Does that mean I'm bearish? No, the market's always right, not what we think. And the market is saying longer term, things are going in the right direction. We know the Fed is saying that the market can stay up longer than normal. We can buy that. And we think this environment is enough to still help corporate earnings. That's what the market is saying. As for inflation, it's on a run to the upside. These are not wrong prices in copper. A big boy dumped last night. Now, I told you I thought you were going, and you've heard me say it all the way through since the beginning of the year, that I had a $5 target in copper. You hit 512.80. You're already from the high today, 20 cents lower. This is not for the faint of heart. Believe me, not for the faint of heart. And the dollar, you broke through support. So this is giving a bid to most currencies. Look at how the yen is moving. In Japan, when the number came out, I would imagine traders, if they were up, were cheering it because the yen is finally getting a bit of a rally. I'm going to explain again in the grain market. You are in a weather market at this time of the year. This is the norm. So you're down one day, up the next. It's a swing type trade. Now, the bonds have sold off in the notes a little bit from the highs. As you could see, the first reaction was friendly. Some short covering in the cotton. You're still under pressure here. And at any point, you can get more buying coming into the gasoline, but you're not getting that monster move you hoped for in front of the Memorial Day driving. And a lot of the commitment from the gas stations, they put in what they've already done. So just be aware of that. They don't go at the last minute, hey, you've got another 1,000 gallons you can send me. You understand what I'm getting at, right? So that's pretty much how this works. And we'll see what this all does. Want to remind you that each day we cover a lot of this. So whether you trade stocks, options, futures, like in about 30 minutes, I'm going to start doing my stocks, options, and futures ETFs. And I'll give a lot of trade ideas off of this, what I'm seeing in the marketplace, where I think those ideas are coming from. And we do it in a pretty interesting way. First of all, the charts will look this way. There's more lines than you see on these. I'll talk the fundamentals, technical analysis. Already the futures chart is up. And we will cover daily and weekly charts. So we cover an awful lot, but in the 40 charts, I don't count when I do a daily and weekly as part of that 40. If I'm doing it on, example, Netflix, it's Netflix for both of those if I do it. I'll be doing special reports today. I said I wanted to get beyond the CPI numbers, and we did. My recommendations will have points of entry, exit, how you handle the market. You can see that you can visit this. Go to iraepstein.com at research or move your cursor to the top here and away you go. I'm Ira. I'll catch up with you at the end of the day. Have a great trading day.